Okay, good day or good evening to you, my friend. Today we are going to talk about buying pre-made branding kits. And so before we go into that, let's talk a little bit about what you're looking for in a branding kit. So obviously you already have an idea of how you want your brand to feel. Do you want the elegant look? Do you want the glamorous look? Do you want the clean, minimalist look? Do you want a more rustic, sort of country look? There are lots of different looks that you can have to your brand. But what you do need is consistency so that throughout your social platforms, if you're using Canva, you want to be using the same fonts on your website, on your blog, all these different things you need to look the same so that people can recognize you as, oh, that's so and so, right? So I pulled up a website to a place that I absolutely love, which is, in the United States, it's called Chagrin Valley Soap and Salve Company. They're the only place I know that makes really truly herbal soaps. Like they infuse the oils with herbs, and I think that they frequently use herb tea instead of water, or different things like that. But they have really, really healing soaps. So one of the things that so let's just look at and see their branding to get an idea. So one of the things you want for your branding kit is you want anywhere from 2 to 4 fonts. Okay, you're not going to really use more than 4 because it becomes confusing. Most people use about 3, but you kind of want one that's more bold, and then you want another one that's maybe like for subheadings, and then you want another font that's just for pure text, for the paragraphs, for the body, in your product descriptions, or in your blogs, or in your about and homepage, and all of those things. So this is their logo. It has that sort of stamped on quality or feel that is congruent with their sort of rustic country brand. And so that's the logo. And the logo font can be a bit different from the font on the website, because that's just going to be in one place. Yes, it's going to be all over the place probably on your website, but it's kind of different. It can't be wildly different from the rest of your website, but it can be a little bit different. It can be a little bit more flowery or what have you. Okay, so with them, I think they have about 3 fonts, maybe 3 or 4 fonts. So as you can see here, they have this sort of bold font that's just kind of simple, and then they have another one that's kind of also bold, but it's very clean and minimalistic. And then here they have the more sort of text font that's for paragraphs and writing and so forth, right? And then I guess on their website, this is what you'll find in terms of when you try to highlight a product. So for the most part, they use black and white. White because they do have this dark background that shows up quite a bit as we scroll down the page, and white also shows up really well on their earth tone pictures, because they use a lot of nature and brown wooden tables and leaves, and their soaps are just the color of the herbs. They don't use any fake colors in their soaps, which I really like. And so here's the wooden background again. And so colors wise, they have the black and the white, and then they have the green that shows up really well when you go to a product. So when you highlight it, it goes to a natural color, but the green is in the same font that we see up here. You see, they're using that same font throughout their website. And so if I were to click on a product, you see all the product names are in that font. And so here we go again with the bold font it's the same font that's up here. It's the same font that's up here, but in just lowercase. And so this is again, these fonts are the same. This is just in a different color. Now it's black because it's on this sort of natural, I don't know what to call this, background. Okay, and then again with the green color and the text. So just really 3 or 4 fonts so that my eyes aren't popping all over the place. Again, here's the bold font that is also up top over here in body care, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can see the fonts are all the same here. This is for the headline, and then they have this font here that is more the text font. Okay, so that's that. You know, when you go down here as well, you see their logo, you see the same fonts just in different sizes, but it's really all the same fonts, the same 4, maybe 5 fonts that they have. Okay, so that's an example of a well-branded website. Okay, so the next one, let me close my email. I've got all my homework popping on here. Okay, so the next place we're going to go is we're going to go to Etsy and see if we can buy a branding kit. So that is a kit that comes with different graphics that you can use to make your logo. It comes with several fonts that you can use. It comes with a color scheme, so that if you're not actually a person who is good at figuring this stuff out, it's already figured out for you. Okay, so let's go to Etsy and we'll search for branding kits, and a whole bunch will pop up, and then we'll look for branding kits in different names. Then after that, we'll go to a second site that I recommend to buy branding kits. Okay, so let's just search for branding kits. See, so a whole bunch of things pop up here, you know. So you know, I think the feminine pink ones are very popular right now, so a lot of those will pop up immediately. So, you know, if you click on any of these, it gives you consistent elements for your brand. So let's just say you wanted to do something like this. You would just pop on, and you know, then see, you can use all these different elements. You can use this to create your logo. You would just put your own company name in there. Let's see. So what do you receive? You receive a personalization logo, so you can change the colors, you can change the tagline and the business name, right? You receive the logo purchase in that. This one doesn't have fonts, but there are a lot that do include fonts. So, you know, there are different things that you could do. So this is a font kit. So let's go over here. I like that it says Apothecary, and it's black and gold, so it has a kind of an elegant feel to it, right? So these are different examples of how you could use it. So I like that it has the letters there. So it's giving you different ways you can use the font. Okay, so maybe this is just capital letters. And it has some clip art as well. So let's look and see what it has. And these are things you can upload to Photoshop, you can upload to your WordPress, you can upload to different places. So you'll get 2 Apothecary fonts, right? It looks like it's just capital letters, but you can always look for one that has, you know, obviously both uppercase and lowercase lettering, right? And then there's always tons of free fonts as well that you can choose, be it in your Canva, or, you know, free fonts that come in WordPress, or just, you know, you can buy fonts that work for you. All right, so let's see earth tones. We see a lot of, you know, pink and a lot of black and white. So let's see for people who have earth tones. Okay, so you're going to start going to a little bit more of the earth tones. I was hoping to see a little bit more brown and stuff, but I don't see as much on Etsy. Maybe it's because I put with fonts. But there's lots of different, you know, things that you can do with branding kits from Etsy. And the second place I would look is Creative Market. Okay, so let's go here. So we'll go on Creative Market and we'll do a search for branding kits. Okay, it is going in there. Okay, so it has different kinds of kits. Up here, if you look, it'll give you a few different things that you look at. So let's just say if you wanted to just focus on your logo, if you wanted a blog branding kit, it would give you that, which is kind of interesting. I don't know how that's different from a website branding kit, but let's just go to website. Okay, so a lot of different things pop up right away, you know, and some that would work for us as well. And then it has, what I like about Creative Market, because it's specifically for design elements, there are lots of different things. You should just pop on that site anyway just to see what's there. But you can sort by you know, whether you want photos, whether you want graphics, if there are themes, you can search by fonts. You can really add a lot of filters on to get what you want. Okay, you can search by file type if that matters for you. So like if I wanted to do excuse me, if I wanted to do, say, I wanted to go with, let's see, minimalist. Okay, So I don't really think that some of these are minimalist, but okay. But this one looks like more of a clean minimalist look. The rose gold is very, very popular with the ladies. So this is an interesting one too. A natural lighting shadow. I think that one is more, you know, stock photos, I think. But there are different things that you can do to create your own logo, to create your own fonts, to create your own look, right? So this one looks like more of a branding kit. I suspect that it won't be just logo creation. So here it comes. So it's gonna give us, you know, different elements. So there are different elements you can use to create your logo. It gives you actually several different logo creation options, which is nice. Yeah, and it probably gives you different ways in which you can use it, right? So it gives you all these different concepts. And you know, she goes on and on about how to use it, and it looks like this one is just a logo specifically. And it looks like you get one font list with that. So let's look here for font kits specifically. If you were wanting to do font kits, it might be that for some you might have to do a logo kit and a font kit that's separate. So yeah, there are different things you can do. Like if you wanted to create just a Christmas lettering kit, this looks kind of interesting, that you could have, you know, a kit that you did specifically for the holidays, seeing as that's such a big time for sellers in Q4. So let's see what they have. So they have, you see how they have the nice red there. So they have like 3 different fonts that would actually work really well. So let's see what they are including. So they have different, you know, hand-drawn vectors or graphics with all the Christmas things, the reindeer, the snowflakes, the lot, right? They have hand-lettered holiday words, you know, keywords that are great for creating, you know, different merchandise actually, which I'd never thought of. But if you wanted to create cards, a Christmas card, if you wanted to create you know, gift mugs for your people, or t-shirts, maybe just for your own team when you're selling at Christmas fairs. This one includes 6 editable Instagram templates, which is nice. And yeah, so that's kind of a nice thing. So maybe more like lettering kits, you know. Yeah, and you know, if you search by fonts, you know, it's giving you all these different things you can do. But anyway, Creative Market is a good place to look for font kits, where you can buy 3 or 4 kits together that have already been organized in a way that's cohesive, right? so that you're not just sort of piecing together fonts that don't go together, especially if you're mixing a script font and a bold font. You want something that a trained eye has already put together for you. Sorry, now a truck is going by. That a trained eye has put together for you that you know works. Okay, so I'm just going to end the video right here.